Welcome to this video. In this video, let's paint a still life using watercolors. And the way I'm doing it is I won't be even drawing the shapes first. I'll start with directly brush and colors and paint as I go ahead. So I'm using some Prussian blue. So I have an apple and a citrus fruit cut, and we roughly painting the apple first, and then I'll go to the citrus. This photo is taken from above, so it has shadows going towards this way. I thought it's there are some highlights, but I will paint them later. That's how the overall shape of the apple looks. And then I'll just drop in some burnt sienna in between, near where the stem is there. And I'll add cerulean to make this color darker and start painting from this side. I think it needs to be more brownish, so some burnt sienna goes in, and this portion is darker. Because of the shadow. And I now add some vermilion swamp color on this side. Maybe I'll come back to this later on also, but I think I can do some more here. This is the reflected light. And maybe I lift some color from here where there is a highlight. I think that should be enough. Now let's get into painting the citrus. The first layer, as usual, will be very, very light, just to get the shape correct. Wherever there is pure white, I'm going to leave that. It's larger than this. I would have preferred to have the painting slightly inside, but now I have no choice. This has a underside which is much more darker yellow, brown, whatever that is. This is casting a shadow which will obviously go out of the paper. So next time I should plan better.
It's all right.
Now I think the apple should also be slightly larger, so I can do that. All of this is happening because I did not draw it beforehand, and that's the challenge as well as learning. And the apples have very smooth skin, so even small dents would make it look less appleish, if that's a word. Okay, now let's paint some variation or some details in this. I'm leaving some gaps in between which will look like they're shining. Maybe I should have left some white areas which I did not. But let's see how this goes. Similarly on this side. The intention is not to paint photorealistic, but to create that impression of realism. And there is a shadow of the apple falling on this, which makes this area darker and more saturated. Similar thing on this also, it's casting a shadow here. So everything on this side will be more brownish because of the shadow. I lifted some color from here because the white area will be still slightly lesser dark, and that's the reason I lifted some color. Now let's paint the details again. This is a piece cut from the top, so it's very thin. Okay, now let's paint the shadows. The shadows are cooled, so I will add more blue here. And let's paint this shadow first. Or let's paint this first. And the shadow of will be darken this bit, because it will anyway become lighter once it dries, so we have to compensate for that. Now the shadow of this citrus fruit, it will obviously go out of the paper. And let's paint the shadow of this little piece as well. I think that's enough for details in that fruit. Now let's come back and paint the apple, at least the details. It will be much darker here, and similarly darker. The shadow will also be dark here. The reason for that is that lesser light will reach here, whereas these areas will get at least some reflected light from surrounding areas. And let's paint the stem for the apple. Maybe I should have waited for it to dry completely. Let's see how it goes, and we can always overlap when the fruit dries, or the painting dries rather. There are some light points or spots on the apple, so let's see if you can get those. We should paint them randomly. I think that's enough. Just want to make sure that the highlight has some color, and then I'll drop some white on it. Ideally, the highlight should be kept white in watercolor, but I think there's always a way to fix things, and that's what I did. Now I want to glaze some part of this citrus. Maybe it's still dry, still wet, that's why it's not creating that effect, but that's better than earlier. And similarly on this side. I think that's it. It's a small illustration of fruits in watercolor. And obviously there are so many things which can be improved, but there is always a next time. I hope you like this video and you will try to paint this yourself. You can paint from photograph, or best would be to paint from real fruits kept in front of you. And I'll see you in the next video.